The day I signed my divorce papers, I didn't cry. Not because I wasn't heartbroken, not because I was strong, but because something inside me had already gone numb long before that moment. 3 years of marriage, 3 years of trying. 3 years of slowly realizing that love alone is never enough. Ethan didn't even look at me when the judge finalized it. He was scrolling through his phone. That's how my marriage ended. No fight, no closure, no last words, just silence. The man, who had already moved on. "You'll be fine, Ava," my lawyer said gently as we stepped out of the courtroom. I forced a smile. Of course I will. But deep down, I knew something wasn't right. Not about the divorce. About him. Ethan had changed long before we separated. It wasn't sudden, it was subtle. Late nights at work, hidden phone calls. That distant look in. His eyes, like he was somewhere else even when he sat right in front of me. I asked him once, "Is there someone else?" He didn't even hesitate. No. And somehow, that hurt more than if he had said yes. A week after the divorce, I saw the news not from him, from social media. A mutual friend posted a photo Ethan, smiling, standing next to a woman in a white dress, flowers everywhere, a wedding, his wedding. My stomach dropped. "No," I whispered, staring at my phone. "No, that's not possible. We had just divorced, just days ago, and he was already married." I clicked on the profile. Her name was Lily Carter. Beautiful, elegant. The kind of woman people describe as perfect. Long, dark hair, soft smile, eyes that seemed calm, almost too calm. I stared at the photo longer than I should have. Something about her face felt familiar, but I couldn't place it. "Move on, Ava," my friend Jenna told me later that night. "Men like him don't deserve a second thought." I nodded, but my mind refused to let it go, because this wasn't just about him moving on too. Fast. This felt planned, calculated. 2 days later, I saw them in person. I wasn't supposed to. I had gone to a small cafe downtown hoping to clear my head, and there they were, sitting by the window, laughing, happy, like I had never existed. Ethan noticed me first. His smile faded instantly. "Ava," said, standing up awkwardly. I didn't respond. I couldn't, because my eyes were locked on. Her dot on Lily, she turned slowly, and the moment our eyes met, my heart stopped. I knew that face. Not from somewhere random. Not from a passing memory. No, from something much deeper. Something buried. Something I had tried to forget. She smiled, calm, controlled. "Hello, Ava," she said softly. My blood ran cold. "How do you know my name?" Ethan looked confused. "Wait, you two know each other?" Lily didn't answer him. She kept her eyes on me, and that smile. It wasn't friendly, it was knowing. Then it hit me. A memory. A fragment. Face from years ago, a hospital hallway. Woman sitting alone, crying, and me, standing there watching. Confused, I stepped back. "No," I whispered. "That's not possible." Lily tilted her head slightly. Funny how the past finds its way back, doesn't it? Ethan looked between us. "What's going on?" But neither of us answered him, because in that moment, I realized something terrifying. This wasn't coincidence. This wasn't love. This was revenge, and I had just walked straight into it. I didn't sit down, didn't speak. I just stood there, staring at Lily like I had seen a ghost that refused to disappear, because that's exactly what she felt like. A ghost from a life I had buried so deeply that I convinced myself it never happened. "Ava." Ethan's voice cut through the tension. "Can someone please explain what's going on?" I finally forced myself to breathe. My fingers curled into my palm as I looked at him, really looked at him. This man, my ex-husband, had no idea who he had just married, and for the first time since our divorce, I didn't feel pain. I felt something else. Fear, I think. "You should ask your wife that," I said quietly. Lily smiled again. that same calm, chilling smile. "Oh, I will," she said softly, glancing at Ethan. "But maybe not here." Ethan frowned. "Why not here? What is this about?" Lily slowly stood up, graceful, composed. Like she had rehearsed this moment, eh? 1,000 times. Then she stepped closer to me. Too close. I could smell her perfume, soft, floral, familiar. Everything about her was controlled. Everything except her eyes. There was something burning deep inside them. Something dark. "You recognized me faster than I expected," she whispered. My throat went dry. I wish I didn't. She chuckled under her breath. "Oh, but you should. After all, you changed my life." Ethan stepped between us. "Okay, that's enough." "Ava, what is she talking about?" I looked at him. For the first time, I saw it clearly. He was clueless, completely. This wasn't his game. He was just a piece on the board. "Ask her about the hospital," I said. The word hung in the air like a crack of thunder. Lily's smile faded, just for a second. But it was enough, Ethan noticed. "Hospital," he repeated. "What hospital?" Silence heavy. Suffocating silence. Then Lily sighed. And just like that, the softness in her expression disappeared. "What's the point of hiding it now?" she said, almost bored. "We all knew this moment would come eventually." My heart pounded. "No, I didn't know," I snapped. "I had no idea you were even alive." Ethan's eyes widened. "Alive?" Lily turned to him slowly. "You married me without asking about my past," she said calmly. "That's not my fault." Ethan shook his head. "You said your family passed away years ago." "They did," she replied. Another pause. Then she added, "Because of her." Everything inside me twisted. "Don't you dare," I started. But she cut me off. "No," she said, her voice suddenly sharper. "Don't want to hear it? Funny. I didn't want to live through it either." Ethan stepped back like he'd been hit. "Someone explain this now," he demanded. I closed my eyes for a second, and the memories came rushing back. 5 years ago, I was working as an intern at a private hospital. Young, ambitious, careless. It was supposed to be temporary. Just experience, just learning. That night, everything went wrong. There had been an emergency. A family of 3 brought in after a severe car accident. A mother, a father, the daughter, Lily. She was barely conscious. Her parents were in critical condition. The hospital was understaffed, chaotic, and I made a mistake. A small one, that's what I told myself back then. Just a delay, just a wrong file, just a moment of confusion. But that moment cost 2 lives. "They were alive," Lily said quietly, pulling me back into the present. "Do you remember that part?" My chest tightened. I didn't know you didn't check," she snapped. Ethan looked at me, disbelief written all over his face. "Ava, what is she saying?" I couldn't breathe. "I was an intern," I whispered. "It wasn't fully my responsibility, but you signed the transfer." Lily cut in coldly. "You delayed their surgery." Tears burned my eyes. "I didn't know it would. They died waiting," she said. Her voice didn't shake. That was the worst part. No emotion, just facts. Ethan ran a hand through his hair, clearly overwhelmed. This is insane," he muttered. "Why didn't this come up before?" "Ava, you never told me because I didn't know it was them," I cried. "I never knew their names. I never saw her again." Lily laughed softly, and yet, here we are. Silence fell again, but this time it felt different, darker, heavier. Ethan looked at Lily slowly. "You knew who she was before you married me?" he asked. That was the moment everything shifted, because Lily didn't hesitate, didn't flinch, didn't look away. "Yes," she said. My stomach dropped. Ethan's face went pale. "You're joking." "I don't joke about things like this." He took a step back. "So this whole thing, us, was what? A setup?" Lily looked at him with something almost like pity. "Not entirely," she said. "You just made it easier." "What does that mean?" he demanded. She turned her gaze back to me. And this time, There was no smile. It means, she said slowly, I didn't just want you to remember what you did. A chill ran down my spine. I wanted you to feel it. My voice trembled. Feel what? She took one step closer, then another, until she was right in front of me again. Loss. She whispered. My heart stopped. And then she said something that made everything inside me collapse. Just like I made sure he would lose you first. Ethan froze. What? Did you just say? Lily's eyes flickered toward him, and for the first time, there was a crack in her calmness. Ask yourself, she said quietly, why your perfect marriage suddenly fell apart. My breath caught. Ethan stared at her, then at me, then back at her. No, he whispered. No, that's not, but deep down, we both knew this wasn't over, not even close.